Alright, I'm just getting started. No more face cam right now. It died. It died, but it's fine because. Turn this off. Trygon Prime. Images.
Okay, good luck.
Yeah, Tyranids, am I right? How are you? Legitimately, I'm just like trying to figure out what color the Trygon bioluminescence should be, but I don't know if I want to put it as a mid attack, so I don't know if I want to even attempt the blue, is basically what I'm at. What palette's very good. Kept that paint good the whole time we played. There have been a lot of improvements in the technique and equipment of painting since I turned to. Oh yes, this is now a. You can probably see the reflection. Maybe I have a ring light camera mount. I'm gonna clear my throat real quick. Definitely upgraded some stuff. Got this like fancy light. I'm gonna do a color. Okay, yeah, that one was the best. So. Took a break. It was like nearly 30 years ago. I bet the tutorials to assist probably weren't that good either, as in there were probably none. Yeah, when I first started, like the first, I was gonna do this pink and then I guess. The first model that I ever got my hands on was a Lictor back in like 2007. I never painted it or nothing, but it was like metal. Yeah, tutorials were magazines. Like that's insane. So if you're just like, I have no idea what to do, you're just stumped creatively. This whole thing might get a little bit of screamer pink, to be honest. I'm gonna put red on that. I like red. Yeah, no, yeah. YouTube wasn't a thing? That's insane. I don't think I was... Like, I'm pretty sure I was born before YouTube. I know I was born before Google. But I wasn't... Like, my brain wasn't comprehending. Oh, here, I'm just painting a small piece, I should. Yeah, YouTube not being a thing, no tutorial, that's absolutely insane. I don't know what because like that's the thing that helped me. Like I was getting into. Oh, I like that. I'm not gonna adjust that. When I started looking into the painting stuff after the crash. I wasn't even looking at the painting stuff. I think I was like looking at some models, the shorts algorithm is what did it. Like if I didn't have shorts, I wouldn't have done the sponging. I wouldn't have known about Uhu glue. Fill that with pink and then hit it with some Alaskan bullworm. Learning was all trial and error, word of mouth around other players. Yeah, see. That was back when having a hobby actually meant not connecting to people. You couldn't just like excel super hard in a cave. I mean, I guess you could creatively if you were. If you were creative. A lot of techniques have filtered into military scale modeling scene. Oh, I bet. I'll say because like I know my little brother's dad. He was into model cars. I don't know if I ever saw him build one, but I know he had the boxes. And I guess that was probably like 2005 or whatever. But I feel like the people that do those hobbies probably have accumulated some good tips. That's a tongue. This, I don't know if you can hear this song, but this song reminds me of the World at War intro, but with extra drums. Yeah. Posable, good natural selections, cut apart, repose. Yeah. So they definitely do. They are definitely very posable. Because like these joints, same with the emissary. I'm gonna back this out and just show you. The emissary, like you can kind of adjust like what angle he has, and they come with different. Some of them come with different middle bits. The emissary did, to like adjust his crouch position. Same with the lictor. He had 3 different positions. I can just show you with the. I'm done painting this, so I can peel this, so it's not as difficult. This one, if you've looked, I don't know if you've seen a bunch of Trygon models, but as I was looking up like magnetizing tutorials, this one guy was like, I've got this one, and this one. Like, he was set one up crouching like that, you know. You can do, and it all fits. It all fits perfectly. They made the tolerances just big enough to where it doesn't look super jank. I gotta look at that in the mouth, otherwise I'm not gonna know what I'm gonna. A little bit of Alaskan bullworm should tidy that up. I'm gonna Druky Violet that. Okay, alright, let's get the what we know done. Oh, I put all that over there, wrong side. Oh yeah, and that was the other thing. You're talking about natural sections, right? This guy. I green stuffed him. Hey Scorpion, thank you for coming back, man. Can you tell where I green stuffed him? Probably not, because they're Tyranids. But this whole section right here, these top two scales on the right side, they're green stuffed. She's doing good. I just checked on her not even 20 minutes ago. She moved to the front of the cage, so I had to make sure she was okay. But she's doing fine. Thank you for asking. Everybody's so... Thank you. I think I was talking... Yeah, actually, KS, I think I showed him, and he was like... their natural... what is it? Biological or whatever. Basically, it's like they're not armor pieces, so you can kind of get away with it. Yeah, I lost that piece. And I didn't realize it until he was the last one I built. And I didn't realize I lost it until like the week and a half later that it took until I got to him. It was actually probably more than a week and a half. Thank you, Thundy. Appreciate that. It was my first time doing actual sculpting. Threads told me that you can use a little bit of water when working with just green stuff, because if you mix green stuff and milliput, apparently it's really good. But I gotta lift this up just a hair. Let's put this back, see if we're kind of out of adjustment. That's better. I gotta fix that Space Marine's arm. It's looking at me. Is that too watery? No. It's too watery on the brush. That's pain. If you're still here, KS, how's work? Mr. Super Busy Man for building and sculpting and painting. Yeah, I'm kind of getting to that, but painting being such a big priority on it, it's kind of like influencing how I'm building too, because obviously I do the sub-assembly. But like now when I look at to build stuff, I think about it like that. You know, like how easy is this going to be to paint? So it ruins a lot of the builds. And if I ever hear, oh, it's a bad painting experience or bad build experience, I immediately am like, well, I'm not gonna. Sub-assembly must be awful. Blah, busy. Taking a longer watch to ward off an oncoming headache. Oh dang. It's cool. You can take a longer lunch. Sounds like your boss man over there. Hopefully it's not like a work headache or a home headache. Well, I guess it's probably a work headache. Out of those two, I guess I'd rather it be a work headache. This airy, what you call it? Oh, hey, that's not supposed to be on like that. One moment. Not losing me or nothing. I just gotta turn that on. Oh, those threads. See? Again, sorry to that cut off. I needed a break. The streamer I watch, Table, and you can find him at Table and Chums. He's He's based out of Finland, and so he streams and is on at weird hours. I was trying to remember if it was Finland or not. That's why that long pause was. My brain is that fried. I look up the time all the time. I finished making the paint list. I'm not sure if it'll work or not. Send in Discord, feeling free. Of course. It's really cool that you're open up enough to take suggestions on it. If you're still, well, I hope you're still here, KS. Did you make any progress on your demon prints? I know you're working. Alright. Let me look at the Discord really quickly. There we go. Wraithbone's good. I sponge with Wraithbone. Gunmetal blue. Thousand Suns blue. Where are you? Are you thinking the Thousand Suns for the plasma pistol? Mephiston red, that's fine. Abaddon black, that's fine. Agrax always. The yellow. Is the Cassandra yellow for the Aquila? The Aquila on the chest piece? Or, oh wait, no, it's for that. Are you gonna that shoulder shield? I'm assuming. Yeah, that yellow's gonna be yellow's for the shield thing on the sword brethren. Okay. I use Averland Sunset for my yellows, so I don't have an exact. Yeah, that would work. Let's see, Abaddon Black, Cassandra, and Thorium Brown. Let me see if I can find it. Is the brown for Cassandra? Is that brown gonna be for skin shades or for belts and leather pieces? Belt strap things, okay. Are you planning on doing just helmets? Which is no big deal. I do too. More yellows, only have one. It's like the yolk of an egg. Is that due to the age of it? Or is that due to the shade? I think that's a pretty solid list. Fit in a skin color. So the thing about skin colors is you normally to make it look good you need one or two. It's like you need a darker shade and then a lighter shade. I should have said 2 or 3. It's like you need a dark shade and then you need to slowly build up with the lighter shades. I haven't done that many faces though, so KS is way better at faces than me. KS is way better at painting than me though, so whenever he puts a brush on paint or a brush on plastic, it's already better. Let's see that model he was showing off earlier in stream, earlier stream today, insane. And I'm actually excited to see it painted. Like I want to see what that back is. Sorry, work had a downside. I don't really get a lunch because of managing. Oh, a 24/7 service. Dang, dude. No, and you're fine. Don't worry about KS. You don't have to. You don't ever feel obligated to have to answer anything. If you ever go silent, I assume you just had to go to work, or that I muted myself so long that you were like, okay, I'm being ignored, and bail. And both options are totally fine. That's the one problem with gloves, right there. See those little specks? You might not be able to. I am not on camera. What was that? That was nicotine in that. Okay. Oh, that was cool. Bonked. I did not think I was gonna be able to ever do that again. Bonking the camera. Let's do this. It's supposed to be that color. I got a basic set to see if it would get back in the painting without dumping a load cash in with the whole. A basic Vallejo set, like that's a really good price. How much is our Vallejo normally like per bottle? Because I'm under the impression that it's like, like a very, very. Oh my gosh, I don't not like that. That upsets me. Like a very, very cheap alternative, because everybody else uses it if they don't use Citadel. 4 to 5, that's the same as Citadel. Oh, okay. Oh, hello, new Viators. Is that 4 to 5 like US dollars or? $216 with discount. Cannot wait to get this Trygon finished, to be honest. Now with his claws are awesome, but awesome claws have awesome points, and awesome points bend easy on my fingers apparently. At Hobbytown ranging from $3.99 to $5. That's not. That's just barely. I guess it's probably like the amount you get for that though. Maybe that's what people are comparing. Unless it's the same 12 milliliters, then I don't know. Maybe people are just want an alternative to Citadel, which is no big deal. Not a problem. Not wanting to always follow the biggest player, you know. Oh gosh, I can't ignore these. I was gonna go back on every single arm. I have to do them. $18 mil, okay. They're setting technical layout fence for me around 376. Okay. I've tried a couple army painter colors. They're a bit cheaper for my skill level. Perfectly acceptable. Okay. That is a factor I didn't even think about, Thundy. That's pretty good. It's like, and not to say like everybody, not to try and sound like elitist or something with skill level and stuff, but it's like, that's another thing to justify. It's like if I'm just like wasting paint, you know, trying to achieve an effect that I just am failing over and over and over again, or I'm wasting more paint than I'm happy with. It's like, why would I spend all that money on Citadel paint? My biggest gripe with it, other than the pots themselves, is that's why is the whole color app thing itself. Like, it's really nice and stuff, but it's like they want you to buy $5 paints, or they want you to buy 3 or 4 different $5 paints for itty bitty highlights. And I understand. It's like, well, to get the color, you need to buy the paint. And it's the same with any brand, but it's like there's a billion colors that they use in their box art for the reason to sell you a billion paints at once. I have tried 18 mil. That's a lot more, isn't it? It's like 0.12 or 12. Yeah, it's 12. I'll only ever be tabletop standard, so I'm perfectly happy. That's what I think mine are. I think mine are just good battle ready. They're just like alright battle ready. So contrast is the only thing I mess with Citadel. I want to say that I am totally in the same boat. Like, I love contrast paints, but this is the only one I use. It's awesome. But then somebody told me that shades are also contrast paints, but I don't think that's true. I think they're shades. But if that is true, Druchii Violet and Cardboard Crimson, my favorite ones. I'm grabbing both of those. I put them in drippers too, but that's because you don't even have to, you just pour them straight in. And Cardboard Crimson, my favorite Citadel shades. Shades are thinner than contrasts. Okay. Is that the only difference? Is the thickness of it? I thought it was the way that the contrast paint acts. Like, it feels like I can get like the first layer, it's like pink or whatever, and then it's like between layers 2 to 5, the difference between it's like it can run away from you. More of a glaze consistency. Shades are thinner than contrast. Okay. Okay. Alrighty then. That makes sense. I thought it was more of a difference, I guess. That's what I was expecting. I remember I thought it was my first like gore effect attempt I tried doing was on a Stormcast with Magos, because I thought it was, I don't know, I was like, maybe that's the blood color of the Tyranids, and I was wrong, but I tried to make my guy look like he smashed up a bug with purple blood, and then like it just looked so bad. So I guess some of them are washes too. Okay. GW has an ink range. I quite like. So with ink, are you doing the thing that Table does where he calls shades inks? Because I didn't understand that until he outright called himself out on it. So that does need another shade on the claw. Oh, there we go. You see a range of ink a long time. Inks are inks, all GW are acrylic. Oh, okay. Well, maybe Table just... Maybe he's using that term incorrectly. Because he mixes... Or maybe I'm misunderstanding. But he mixes contrast... Or he says he mixes inks into his paints. And he says he mixes like Druchii Violet and stuff into it and other things. He's got a different ink per every paint that he likes to mix. Which is like, it looks great. He says he does say it takes a little longer to dry, but so used to be an ink of, or okay, yeah. I've only been into this hobby since December. Very green to the whole paint range and stuff. I just feel lucky that I did start with the GW paint kit thing, because like the quality, and I know people say consistency is bad, but because they mean like the thickness of it, but for me I mean like the actual shade of the color is the same. I could care less about how thick the paint is when I get it. I'm gonna thin it anyway. And in my opinion, I don't know if they weigh it out to calculate for it, but I don't mind when it's super duper thick because I can just add water to it and then get more out of it. Inks are amazing, given a lot of pigment, but less opacity. Overall, GW is good, but otherwise is good. Yeah, I'll have to branch out. I've seen some Turbo Dork stuff that I'm interested in, and I think Army Painter has a frost effect that I'm super interested in, just because it just looks like I'm pretty sure it is a chemical reaction. It's like you paint it on, leave it overnight, and it like grows frost and icicles. Or at least the effect of it's not real ice, but... And that, just the process of that fascinates me. I mean, I have some space wolves, but they're fighting on a desert planet because that's what color technical paint came with the Ultramarines. Turbo Dark is a nightmare to mix the pigments well in. Are you doing... Oh. So you're sitting there, you have to sit there with the vortex for a while? Or do you... I don't know if you have a vortex. For me, I'd be sitting there for like 20 minutes. I do that sometimes with my paints anyway, but... You can split paint. Is that... Yeah, with the water stuff? I use distilled water. I know it can separate. Is that what you're talking about? I physically stirred the pot with a stick and still couldn't get it to mix properly. Whoa! Yeah, it's too thin. Okay. Oh wait, are you saying that they sent him a jar that was too thin? Need water. This is too thin out your paint. You got too much thinner water. Color was split, basically ruined. Oh yeah. I don't go anywhere when I add water, because I use I use dripper bottles obviously, and then I use the syringe, the disposable syringes to measure out drops. And like I never go past a little thicker than water, because that's what I assume they mean by milk. Basically, once it's thin enough to where I can like watch it dry, that's when I'm good. Basically ruined. Is there any way you can fix that? My issue with when I transferred the pots is like there's I went kind of lighter on some of them, like lighter on the water, because they're like white or whatever. Anything that I was worried about chalkiness, but like it's kind of still a little too thick, so it kind of like toots out of the jar. All right, have a good one, KS. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for chatting. Have a good day. Hope the work headache isn't too bad. Adding more paint, but it won't be the same. Oh, so the only way to fix it is by ruining another certain amount of paint. That sucks. Whoa, I didn't know that. That isn't an issue with my particular case. Cause I use the, I guess it happens when the sponge is too dry, but I don't experience it when I use the whites on my brush, but that's because I kind of I'll overwash the brush sometimes. I'll do it too much, but that's because somebody came in and told me I was overloading my brush the entire time he was watching, and I got so embarrassed that now I won't even stir paint with my brush. I was stirring paint with my brush when he said it, and I was like, oh, it's because of that. Yeah, I need to get brush soap. I don't spend a lot of money on the brushes, but I really, because these are just Walmart brushes. But the 8 round has the finest tip of a brush that I would ever. It's so fine and so worth it that I learned to use this length of a brush just to be able to use the tip. One moment, I have seen chat move. There we go. Okay. Gold maple is really cheap. See, I thought people were saying golden maple was like the expensive one, but I think it was not that expensive, and they look great. Like they look like a brand of paint or a brand of brushes that I would not mind using. Because it was like $30 for like 10 of them. Which, yes, please. It's not bad. Artis Opal, Raphael Rosemary, and Co-Windsor and Newton. A bigger brush can be useful as they have bigger bellies, stay nice and moist. Get a decent point. Yeah, that's what this one is. This one is like it. Yeah, that makes sense. The belly holding more water because this paint stays better for longer. I get more coverage if I need to for the bigger sections, and then the fine point I can do eyes with. Those are usually $50, $30 a pop. I saw a packet, or maybe it was a different one. I saw it was on Amazon. It was like a It was like a, maybe it was just 3. I don't remember. I'll have to find the listing. Oh, I don't know if you're on our Discord. So I guess it doesn't matter. But I saw some golden maple stuff that was worth it. Or it was like a decent deal compared to all the other things that I'd heard about them. Maybe maybe once I get to, who knows. Once I get to maybe once I get to a sub goal, I'll reach out to them. Cause I want to use their stands. Cause you want to see my homemade meat. We have. I think they make that stand, don't they? The model holder. It's like we have golden maple model holder at home. Gonna get some action on that, actually, because I'm gonna be using this finally. Yeah, for real, it works. I saw that holder with the little arm on it, and I was like, that would be so useful. I saw it on a short, immediately just made it. I was like, where's that aluminum straw we used once? It's like, I know we have one. It's good. Yeah. Well, see, the wine cork, that works good. I used that bottle because I wanted to be able to fill it with lead because I have a bunch of fishing weights. That one might not be fishing weights. That one might actually be like 45 ACP projectiles. But what you call it? I wanted it to be hefty in the hand because the model holder at the GW store was too light. I have kind of a low social battery, so like I'll go to the store, ask questions, learn what I asked questions about, and then be immediately done with the visit. Be like, I'm done. I'm gonna go now. And then like I'll see something, a short, or I'll like, as I'm walking out or during that conversation, I'll see something that I'll be like, that's a great thing to ask a question about, and I won't form the question until I've already left the store. Stupid thing that I do. I guarantee it's ADHD. It's just ADHD. I like the cork. Most of my stuff is still metal. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I bet that's pretty useful. I like that cork idea because you can KS. He pins his sub-assembled stuff. So for example, like he would put like a little brass thing, I guess, in here, and then put it on stick it in the cork. Or I think it's wood, to be honest. But it's such a good idea. But I don't have any wine bottle corks around. And I don't drink, so I'm not gonna go buy some just for the corks. I might order some cork. I don't know how they come. I assume they come in sheets because it's bark or underbark. So I wonder how it gets to you. Michaels has them. Oh! You're glad you decided to remove the lead belcher? Lead belchers are a very good overall thing. You can use it for Whoa, that's pretty hefty. Let's grab this one. Me and my wife, we use it for the hammers on our Age of Sigmar stuff. Oh, you asked a question while I was talking about it. I'll answer. I'll follow up on that in a second. We use it. I use it for all my guns, all of my anything metal, like my power swords. It's a really good paint to have. I think the Michaels thing. I think our local Michaels closed. I think it recently closed. And then yeah, the thing I gave you a really short and simple answer about this Age of Sigmar thing. I was thinking maybe Agrax Earth Shading Gunmetal will do. Hobby, we do have a Hobby Lobby. Agrax is very good for everything. I use it for everything. My last two tiered models haven't gotten it, but like all of my Space Marines, the last thing they get is just a fat wash of Agrax. If they sold a dipper pot of it, I'd probably buy it. But just to use with my brush, not to actually dip. I would just spend the $300 it would cost. Have all the Agrax I'd ever need for the rest of my life, or until I spilt it. Yeah, Age of Sigmar is the fantasy version. So of Warhammer, it's like they just don't have, I guess I was told that they don't have guns on their data sheets, but some models have guns. But it's, from what I gathered from the GW store worker, it's like a simpler version of, it's Warhammer 40k with like simpler data sheets, I guess. But just on the attack side. I was thinking of Agrax, so it would just make everything look old and very detailed. Yeah, Agrax does, like, here. Agrax on Retribute on metallics is awesome. So this whole model, like it's Retributor gold, and then is the golds, and then lead belcher for the hammer. And it's all Agraxed. And then this Psychophage. Whoop. His shell is Agraxed. This chitin. I use it on everything. This Space Marine, Agraxed. I need to do that before I go to bed. Fix his arm. Yeah, I started in December. The roles are actually better written. Oh, okay. Yeah, I started December 20th of 2025. Also need a gold. This golden cross thing out there. Yeah, Retributor gold is very good for that. I have. That's Balthazar. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, Retributor. But in a dripper. Yeah, I started back in, oh my gosh, December 20th. 2025. I started that. This guy was probably like my. I found a crew in the trash, painted him, and then I got these guys because I used those paint, and so that was either my second to fourth model that I painted. That gold guy. And then the pink one is my wife's. Also, I'll send a photo of what it is. Yeah, go ahead and send a photo, but I think Retributor is going to be good. And then if you Agrax it, you can get that faded gold Like, or not faded, but weathered. Like, actually used. Did I paint this? I feel like I already painted this. Let's give it another shade, but too thin layers. Fancy version of is actually older royal origin. Oh, wait, the fantasy version is actually an older rule origin. 40k came along while after the original fantasy. Okay. Well, yeah, because isn't Age of Sigmar just like old world, but new or something? I've never played either. Just try to do a right hand move. Okay, fantasy to 40k, then AFS. Okay. Sigmar is a rework on Old World. In general. Oh, that looks like a cantor or whatever. Like a religious incense burner thing. Where the Omni Scrambler goes. I don't know what that is. Okay, I just put that one down. Pick this guy up. He definitely needs it. So in my slideshow up top, I'm gonna yap until it comes around, but me and my wife, we got, my little brother, we got that starter kit, right? He wanted to paint these pictures that are up right now. We do narrative games. I painted some terrain and some roads onto some canvases that we had left over, because she was painting for a little bit, and we use that as a game board. And the canvases side is the canvas part is just big enough for. Oh, never mind about that part. But we use that part as like a level, as like level 1, and then the mat that came with it, we use as the next level. But we use the data sheets, and we've played an actual game. We've played 2 games of Total Warfare, and then we've done almost all of the scenarios except the very, very last one in the starter book thing. So like we know how to play. But those narrative games, it's kind of like D&D-esque, but we use the data sheets for combat. She got a World Eaters Combat Patrol because she didn't think that the Space Wolves did good enough against the Nids. There's also Crusades. Is Crusades another game mode or another fantasy Warhammer thing? Oh yeah, that's what we're basically doing. So that's why she got mad, because three of the captains have died, so we've had to re-roll the name 3 times. And then like she's never had a mission success on those, so but yeah, we're doing it kind of like that. We're like keeping track of everything that happens. And do you have a release to simplify the rules, make the game manageable with large armors? This could squeeze a bit more cash out of the customers. They sold more models. Oh, They did, however, drop their prices to take out customers buying more models, and they didn't scream too loudly. Thus a monster was created. Okay, so yeah, I think I am familiar with Crusades, I guess, because I was like, I was asking like why the role was, because there's like a name generator at the end of codexes that I learned about. I didn't know that, so, and then I was asking like, why is that a thing? Would you re-roll the name every time? And yeah, people play that, so like when their captain dies, they definitely re-roll the name. I think that's super cool way of playing. The Space Wolf, the Space Wolves I have painted, after our third game, like her Terminators survived, but that's just because I would target her captain, because we would accidentally put him in bad spots. But Terminators survived, and like I would paint. I've been painting scratches on them because of it. When they like get attacked by gaunts but just survive. I'll add a couple more scratches. To the side. Right there. Okay, okay. Blood for the Blood God technical paint if you want an easy blood effect. Huh. I think that's a great idea. I'm just kidding. Thank you for the tip though. I think it's the best. I'll flick it with a brush. I'll like that's what this guy has all over him. Same with you do use Uhu glue for gore? I did the Sigmar models. So this is probably like my 6th or 7th mod. Or so crew Sigmar guys, that's 3. And then I got the Gaunt guys, so that's 4. So that's 9. So he was my 9th model, I guess. Or something. I gotta recount that, but it's like crew, that's 3, that's 4. Oh yeah, plus 4, that's 8, yeah, and then, so yeah, because I was gonna go into the, after the Gaunt painting kit, we got the starter kit, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna paint more Gaunts. And then I was like, no, actually I don't want to. I want to paint one of these guys. And I did that. And then like a month later, or not a month later, probably like 3 weeks later, I got the Uhu glue to actually try out. And I love it. You can mix it with anything. Oh, okay. Right, I need to head off to the stream. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Thundy. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for showing up. Oh, today goes the way you want it. Going to the 4 paint. Yeah. I'm gonna come back with 2 new combat patrols and paint. That's how the last few trips have gone for me. I went in to go grab some Thousand Suns blue for the Hive Guard, and they had the Tyranid Prime. I like asked, I was like, hey, are you good? I just asked if they were getting one, because, or no, I asked if he counted as, like, you know, they have the Boil or the Blister Packs characters on the wall. I thought he was going to be in one of those, but he ended up being in his own little box, which I guess I should have seen that coming. But I because of that Master of Executioner that came with the Combat Patrol, I was under the impression that it didn't. If you haven't played, Spearheads are amazing. So I am kind of interested in getting into Age of Sigmar. And I've heard the Spearhead game mode is better than the Combat Patrol game mode. I've heard Combat Patrol also plays completely different than a regular game of 40k, but I guess that makes sense because 40k and Combat Patrol are two different game systems, from my understanding. And I thought Combat Patrol was actually just like a box like a box of models, basically. It's actually balanced. Yeah, that sounds. I haven't even played it, and I feel like just because obviously I paint Tyranids, but the points value in her Combat Patrol, she can be like, it's like, what do we build it out to? It was like a 5 something, right? And then I built out all mine. I was like, oh, I must have gotten something. It was like 200 points, like 270. I was like, I literally have had, and I know point value isn't whatever, and it's supposed to be, I'm assuming it's objectives or something. Like, there's got to be like a different way to win Combat Patrol than just flat out model fighting. But like, felt like I kind of got gypped. And I know Tyranids are low costing, mostly low costing models, but Combat Patrol is more or less mini 40k games. Spearhead actually has its own set of rules and doesn't overwhelm you. Okay, yeah, maybe I should have done the Sigmar stuff. Do they have Skaven Spearheads? Because Skaven is my other Games Workshop love. I got like 3. I guess I have quite a few, but like I really like Chaos stuff in general. Tyranids and Skaven. Skaven's like the only thing I like from multiple. Oh yes, they have like Rat Ogren Spearhead. That'd be cool. That's literally a hopeful throw into the ether guess. I hope the next comment is yes, they have. I hope the next comment is they have multiple Ogrins. No, I was kidding. New AOS starter box comes out. It's not gonna be Skaven versus City of. Oh yeah, isn't that what they released the those like walking castles? I do not remember what they're called right now. Okay, sweet. Oh no, the comment yes was hopefully for the Ogren thing. Cog forts. Okay, for the cog forts. Yeah. Oh yeah, because they did the they released that gutter runner thing, I think. Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. That's so cool. Yeah, and the new Deathmaster. I think the Deathmaster is the guy I liked a lot. I think my stream cut out, or I missed that part. Something happened on my end where I didn't see that right away, so I had to go back and look at him. And I remember I remember the only 2 models I cared about, because like Skaven is like, yeah, I care, but it's like, those are cool, yeah. Not like, holy cow. But the Red Terror and that Death thing both had some sort of issues, either on my end or technical difficulties on their end. So, the comedic relief that orcs are in. Yeah, okay. A corn miniature? Do you mean just like a corn themed one, or like a World Eaters or something? Skaven are the comedic relief that orcs are in 40k. Oh, the technical difficulties, I think. I'm getting to the part of the stream where my brain is forgetting questions that I asked. Whoa, I don't even know. Oh, okay. There's a lot of different corn models. That demon prince I showed off. I'll show him off again real quick after I finish this claw. I magnetized his wings. Here, I'll show you the other part that I magnetized of him. So these are just models. I'll put the camera normal. Normal camera. Oh, my camera died. It's a phone. So he's got a Slanesh head right now, but it's magnetized as well. But for combat patrol, he needs to have this backpack. So I should have spray painted him with, or I should have primed him with the what you call it on his wings. There you go. So that's magnetized. I just have to find the hole in the back, is why it took so long to guide it. And then his wings are magnetized, but because they weigh some stuff, because they weigh, I do sponging. Oh, here, that's, but because they have some weight, I put a brass hook into it. Ooh, because that way they'll do that if you don't. And I suggest don't shave the. They have like little guide holes for the glue. I would not shave those off, because otherwise these wings don't want to sit flush. Oh yeah, this guy's getting painted on stream. So we have this Trygon that we're doing now. That should be done within the next, well, tomorrow, because I'm streaming every day at night. But so worst case scenario, which is probably gonna happen because I have an hour and a half left before I go to bed. But finish the Trygon tomorrow, and then we have this guy to do. It's a winged version of the Swarm Lord that we magnetized and did last night. It's him with wings. This guy's also magnetized via. I don't know why I magnetized. I'm not gonna lie. Well, I think I did it so I could pose the arms, and then maybe run just like a non-winged Hive Tyrant. So anyway, we do the Trygon, we do the winged Hive Tyrant, and then we're doing the winged Demon Prince. Fancy. Check this guy here. Oh, you said you kind of like the base. Here, let me give you a better look at that base. Oh, you said you're making fun of me for picking the Emissary and not the Assimilator? Who decided that? Ooh. I gotta get better doing that one hand. Boom. Who decided that? I don't like giving my money to GW. You want to see this is something that hasn't done on stream in a second. So I like was really adamant that I needed to paint. Spent 5 turns at killing. I spent 5 turns at a tournament killing a Norn. I even magnetized his legs, but that's for transport. And then I put rippers. Oh, I put rippers on his base in the mini of the month from I think it was last year. Oh wait, I didn't finish putting here this part. And then we put him back. Whoa, what am I hooked on? I don't know what I'm hooked on. There we go. And then feel like with big miniatures they should be magnetized for convenience. Yeah, but GW is more into the money business, not the ease of use business. My theory is it's like the same. This theory is I crafted this theory because of like when you put stuff together, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. I think they do these things on purpose so that you'll mess up, get upset that you messed up an expensive model, and you just buy another one. Like they don't, because it's plastic, you know. As far as they're concerned, as soon as they're done. For someone who's in the hobby for a few months, your painting skill is better than most doing it for years. Thank you. What do you mean I need? What do you mean I need 9 boxes of plain blade tanks? It's like I messed up the. So the only models I paint are not painted. The only models I've ever assembled in my whole life, when I was it was like 2007 is what I'm thinking, but like my little brother got some Space Wolf Terminators, and at the time I'm like 9, so I assemble them, right? I never paint them, and then we get like this. I don't know if it's a Rhino. All I know is it's a tank, and that the treads I had to glue them together, like every single little tread. So I don't want to think about a modern one. I think I've been told the treads are better, but that nightmare, like I think about that still sometimes. My very first army was when I was 12 back 22 years ago with Tau. Yeah, I just had like some Terminators, and they were my little brothers, and there was probably a lot of stuff in it, to be honest, because I know that he eventually threw it away. I think he left it in a spot where it got messed up. But never painted it, never. And I haven't touched any art supplies. I've never really picked up paint to canvas. And these are the first time. This is the like from December. That was my first model. That was my first painting. Like since high school. I definitely haven't ever painted models before, but like I haven't done art stuff since like a decade before, at least. Well, no, I'm 29, so over a decade. Stopped doing art stuff when I was 15, 14. First year of high school. Yeah, it is. It's just adult coloring books. It's exactly what it is. I completely agree. I follow that almost to like a T. That's why I like the Leviathan color scheme, and that's why I like color schemes in general. It's because like I need to have rules in my fun little hobby thing. Otherwise, how am I know if I'm having fun right? So, and that other streamer I was talking about, Table, I went into his stream and he was like, "Oh, your color scheme is really, really nice. How did you pick it so fast?" And like that made me so happy. Like I have not even thought about switching. Hydra's called to me a little bit, but it's just like a modified Leviathan. This darker purple is all it is. Why is $2 the best? Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe it goes back to the it's a thinking man's faction, you know? Because even though I said the thing about the rules, right? Like the scheme rules, it's like you can, if you do you can modify them just a little bit, right? And just you can produce such amazing pieces. And it's with very little effort. Like if I went and did like a, let's say like a keeper of secrets, because that's on my mind right now. Like I could be a little creative with it, you know, but there's like a certain guideline. There's a certain rule set that I have to keep with, otherwise it's just gonna look silly. With Tyranids, it's like, oh yeah, I can believe that's an alien that wants to eat me. I've seen some bright orange and green schemes. I've been seeing a lot of, it's like blue and yellows for Tyranids, and so to each their own on it, you know. Not my cup of tea, but certainly somebody's. So 6:30. Bed at 8. I don't know when she's waking up. Oh, really? I knew about the red moose means faster. I didn't know it was an actual rule. That's hilarious. That's probably like my favorite thing about the orcs, is that what they believe is happens. Like they manifest the stuff. I think that's such a great piece of lore. Yeah, power of imagination. I knew. I don't know why I was being hopeful with that. I ruined that section really quickly. I remember seeing something about different colors and different things. Orcs like red. Red makes them faster, is what they believe. Purple is stealth. So like, there's a running gag. It's like, you've never seen a purple orc. So people are like, I have a bunch of orcs. They're all purple, and it's just like, they're like, yeah, it's here, and they just send you a photo of nothing. Gotta adjust this gloves. Was it either blue or green? I don't know about that one. I don't know what makes them stronger. Red definitely makes them, they think, is faster. Oh, another thing I like about orcs is like they don't have hair or whatever. They use squigs. I'm gonna just actually pull out some of it. are just the body achieves what the mind believes. Yeah, that's my favorite thing about them. Finally, oh, misfortune. Funnily enough, I got that off my local gym's giant sign thingy, you know. Throw signs at the giant solvable letters, those signs. Oh, yeah. At first I thought you meant like a motivational poster, but like an announcement board. Good thing I look at that. The thing in the picture of what that? The thing in the picture of Coraline's friends. I can't say I know exactly what you're referencing. I'm all concerned about this, the end at bottom of this tongue. You can't even see this is going in the mouth. What am I doing? Need to quit panicking. No, I don't own I don't own an airbrush. Anything that looks airbrushed is a sponge. It's like the only fancy thing I do. It look like on the red. It look good. Oh yeah, it looks really good. As long as it's just one quick coat of it, and it looks great. Holy cow. And Megos purple on red. Who'da thunk it? Yeah, I don't know. That looks like a tongue to me, right? Oh, should I white scar? I want to white scar. I haven't used white scar yet. Some brilliant white teeth. Have I opened it yet, though? Yeah, I've opened it to look at it. Yeah, boy. White scar is super white. Aggro to, oh, I don't know what color to use for light skin. Oh, it depends on what you want to use. Here are some flesh tones you can look at. Red card. So here's 3. Here's 4. Oh yeah, that's the ones I got. I have this one too. Kajatan flesh. Oh, for bone and teeth? Aggro dunes on any white bone is the trick. The last 2 calls. Which ones? These 2? Or these 2? These ones are Cadian flesh tone and Kislev flesh. And these ones are Bugman's glow and Rykard flesh. Those are the flesh tones I use. Well, these white scars are... I've never used the white scar. Kadian. I said Kislev. 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 It's like it's where that Demon Prince guy is from in Total War games. Kislev. It's like Russian or something, Russian coded. Or Slavic coded, I should say. If you want an easy skin to white base Crusader skin. Oh yeah, heck yeah, that's a good idea. Crusader skin is, I've heard good things about that. I saw one that uses Wraithbone. I have it in the paint maker. The paint marker. Oh, nice. Saw one that uses Wraithbone as an underlayer. Yeah, that's probably like a lighter skin tone, right? That they ended up putting on, because Wraithbone is kind of a creamy color. The Wraithbone I'm using, it's not that it's different. It's just it's applied via a sponge. So it makes the final, or no, the layering goes on very thin. So it's like false white basically, because of how thin the layer is. It looks white, but that's why these teeth are popping, because it's actual white. It's like clean white on top of a cream. So that would probably work for some like Caucasian skin. And the reason I'm doing clean white, I know they're, so contrast paints need a brighter base, yeah. That way you can get each layer, you can see exactly the change. Contrast paints are awesome. I'm gonna get a little bit more on there because I have another. Now I'm remembering why I would stir with my brush all the time, because I'd get paint out of the pot with my brush. Oh, you waste so much. Get that super thin on there, I know. Need more. Definitely didn't put enough. Oh, that might be enough now. It's kind of a whole buttload. That should be more than enough. Oh, here's a tip, Scorpion. When you're getting paint off of your brush, I would use a wet palette too. You can make one of these out of butter tin. To get a tip, to keep your tip fine on your brush, roll your tip while pulling away, and then it brings the tip out. It's like a very early level tip to. It's early level advice, but it's super game changing if you don't already use it. With a little bit of water at a time. Here. Well, I use water, and then you want it to about until it's about as thick as milk. And let me try and replicate that really quick. I'll do it with the red. So just a little bit at a time. You can tell because of the coverage. You see how it's wanting to pull up when it's on the side? And how it's slowly doing? Yeah. And then when it finally breaks, it kind of moves like water. And then the best way to test is actual coverage, but I'm going to keep painting with my white. Yeah, there's a very easy way to tell. And you'll learn more and more with more time you have on with it. My best advice for faces is thin your paints more than you thought. Obviously you can thin them too much and they won't work, but you'll know. Hopefully once you get to the point where you're confident enough to paint faces, you'll have enough time on the brush to really know the difference. So if you're so these models have a bunch of little itty bitty detail on them, and so those details will get lost if your paint's too thick, and that being a factor with faces, right? Like the little tiny details of the face will get cut up, but like you can visually see on the model when the paint is thick. Like the coverage is kind of weird, and in my opinion, this one's my personal reason. It gives you more room for error. Like if I like accidentally touch something, you know, if the paint's super thin, like you can obviously like panic, wash your brush real quick, and just hit it with the water brush. If you're fast enough, you can get the paint off. But if it's thin, right, and it does dry, it's less layers of paint you need to hide it because it's thin. It's not like, you know, a few micrometers or however big. That looks good. Where's Clarence? He's hiding. He's still here. He like holds the whole thing together. Without him, this thing starts to lean. We just have a new setup, so. Oh, I had the. Yeah. I don't just have him. He's painted. And he's edge highlighted. He holds the fort down, man. Otherwise, this thing starts leaning in on itself. There you go, boom. He's a little Easter egg. You gotta look for him, you know, when you're watching the stream and get bored. My wife just woke up. I think I painted these. Alright, I'll give them another quick I did not paint these. These would be much brighter. See how false white tricks me too. Oh, a funny thing about Clarence, right? My wife's gonna buy me an exocrine. I've already used him in game. He single-handedly ruined a couple of our runs because how OP he is compared to what we have. But I want to build and paint an official one so I can bring him to like local games and be like, hey guys, okay, so here's the thing. I have one. He's legal, he's GW, but can I use Clarence? He's not on the right base, but I'm getting some bases. Everyone knows, yeah. Well, they'll know about it. I just want to know if I want them to be like, you know, it's extra for the bit, extra commitment. Because it's like I have a real exocrine, but can I use Clarence? Like, I even showed it to the GW's guy. There's people in the store, so I like showed it to him like I was showing him something illegal. Like halfway pulled him out of my pocket. He was like, "Oh my god." My GW guy frequents Reddit, I think, so. Yeah, well, so yes, majority of the time, but he like does like I think he's in like the National Guard or something. He goes once a month for like training or reserve volunteer. So there's another guy that covers for him during that. But yeah, it's like a two-person operation. If you weren't familiar with how GW operates, you'd think it kind of gives off front vibes. Like they're doing weird stuff and like selling off weird stuff in the back. Like, there's one worker. Yeah, at one time it's only ever one worker. And then from my understanding, the guy that comes in and does cover, it's like only for like emergencies and that volunteer stuff. So he works at, I don't know what he does for money, but like he works at the GW store like maybe 2 days a month. But hey, GW, like I saw him, I did my pledge thing when he was working. He showed me some contrast paints. He told me to get a printed torso for the Hive Tyrant. And I was like, I can't believe what I'm hearing right now. So I was like, I think GW is gonna break through the door right now. But he's the one who told me that. And then I came in the next time. He was in there talking to the main dude. He was like, I get my employee discount, right? So 2 days a month for employee discount. Major worth it. Super worth it. Give me that deal. Give me that man's job. FPI, exactly. That's what I was thinking. I was like, where's the hidden C-Psych right now? You know? Like, and this is the part where they send a Calidus assassin through the store windows, right? Oh yeah, there we go. Oh. Oh, she's in there. I'll get her in just a second. I'm almost done, okay? I got 5 more teeth. 4 more teeth. 3 more teeth. 2 more, last one. Alright. The insides don't matter as much, so... Old GW store, I remember had multiple game tables, painting station, multiple people working there. So mine has multiple game tables and 2 or 3 paint stations, and then like 2, like an Age of Sigmar and a 40k setup for introductory games or whatever. But it's still just the one guy. They'll let you paint there, they let you do everything there. It's pretty cool. But, my wife's awake. I got less than an hour till I pass out. That's the dead camera view. But I'm gonna go hang out with her for the rest of the time that I'm awake. I'll be up at, I don't know, 6 p.m. I'm assuming. 6 to 8 p.m. is when I'll start streaming, so. Yeah, good night. Thanks everyone for showing up. Thanks everyone for commenting. Thanks for everyone hanging out, watching. I hope everyone has a great night. I hope everyone's night or day goes the way you want it to. And I hope to catch you again so we can paint more plastic together and you can ask more questions. Again, this Discord link was available. Please post any questions and updates, work in progresses in the Discord. Have a great night, everyone.